Good day, good afternoon, good evening, as the time may indicate wherever you may be. I am Dr. Bayo Riri on Reality Talk. Today, we are talking about the word and man. What is the word? The word is the modulation or vibration from imagining or mental imaginations, mental imaging, mental pictures that you have. And what is man? Man is the product of the spirit and the flesh as a soul personality. So you are actually more than your stature, your flesh. The real person in you is the spirit, rationalized, identified, and modified as a soul personality. So, and how does it happen? The word you think and say, the word, the pictures, the images you imbibe, absorb, or give out makes an impression on your subconscious every time you have this impression. And it accumulates to give you a personality. And that is why you find out that majority of the time, the man is defined by his word, is defined by his self-talk, is defined by his word what. Because this word impinges as pictures and images and data on your subconscious and superconscious mental plates to give you a complex of vibration that makes you attract or repel whatever you attract or repel. In other words, the word makes you, and in the opposite end, the word masks you. Like I always say, either it makes you or masks you, it's still making you one way or the other. It's just that one way you might think is uncomfortable, the other way you might think is palatable. But you are the originator of either. So the word and man is actually the same thing. One predetermines the other. One molds the other. It's a reversible reaction, interrelationship. And because the word is vibration, the spirit of God in you is vibration, your spirit. The soul entity is vibration. The origin, the precipitate of the vibration from the flesh. So your flesh, your bone, your head is still vibration. So it's still the word that actually shapes you, shapes your life, shapes your experiences, and even determines how and when you die. So the word is spirit because it's vibration. And it emanates from the outer space through the autonomic nervous system to join your central nervous system to come out. There is no separation. Everything is a continuum. So you have an identity right from before you were even born. Your previous life experience or the previous life experiences of your parents gives you a nucleus. And so when you are in utero, Whatever your mother and your father says or do impinges on you, because as you have the fetus forming, the consciousness is actually forming gradually. You won't forget that even plants and stones have some rudimentary consciousness because of vibration, because of the power element in them. They have energy, they have power, and that power will give you life, and that life will give you some intelligence. It could be very small. So, this your word now, from in utero to the infant, to the adolescent, to the, you see, you have a compendium of information within yourself. Above it all, you have access to the etheric world, the Akashic record, to tap the information. And whatever you are prone to, whatever you repeat, whatever tickles your fancy, forms what you are going to attract from the physical world and from the spiritual world. And this will actually determine how you think, how you talk, and how you act. And the whole thing still boils down to the words you are going to speak at the end of the day in any situation. And this determines your identity. It determines your overall level of awareness, intelligence, and wisdom and knowledge. And it determines the level of consciousness at which you operate. What am I saying? Everything about you makes you operate at the conscious level, at the subconscious level, at the superconscious level. And every man operates at these three levels all the time. But the intricacy is that the joy of it is that the conscious level at which you operate can be low, mediocre level, or very high. No limit. The level at which you operate your subconscious can be very low and animalistic, negative, blunt, or concerned, or it can be very mediocre. You are satisfied with the normal little provision so far you are not starving. It can be very high in the positive realm. In the superficial, superconscious level, it could be very low, medium. So you now kind of have a depth, and your life is determined by what you say, and it connects one another. So your word actually connects your inner world with your outer world. Your spiritual life with your physical life. Your desires with your circumstances and experiences. Your soul, your spirit with your physical body. And this word of yours is always creating your internal metabolic mechanism and your external prosperity, health, and social life. So you must watch what you think, because that's a spoken word. You must watch what you say, because that is the spoken word. And this, because all this will determine what your life experience become. Once again, share and subscribe. Thank you and God bless you.